Hello, true crimeers. This is the case of Peggy Chappell. Viewer discretion is advised. Peggy Chappell was born on January 24th, 1987, and she only got to live for 6 years. She lived with her family in the Birmingham area of Alabama, and this case occurred on the Thanksgiving weekend of 1993. 6-year-old Peggy was seen getting into either a van or an SUV, and witnesses saw a man basically helping her in the van and gave her a kiss on her cheek. I'm sure to strangers that they didn't really realize that this was a kidnapping they were witnessing, but that's what happened. The following day, she was found. Her little body was found stuffed in a garbage bag and dumped on a heap of trash in the rubble of a ruined house within 1 block of her family's apartment. It was another child, a 12-year-old, who made that discovery. The little girl was found wrapped in a beach towel. Her clothes were folded into a neat little pile next to where she was found. Her skull, her little skull, had been smashed in. Her hands were bound and her throat had been slashed. There was no evidence of a sexual assault. However, from what I understand, they did find a couple of pornographic magazines next to her, and so there may have been a sexual motive to this. They believe the murder weapon was some kind of iron pipe as to what was struck over her head. The coroner would determine that Peggy was likely alive for at least an hour after her skull was crushed, and then the actual slitting of her throat is what actually killed her. Peggy's mom, Katie, had actually been charged because she had been hindering prosecution. She was refusing to help with the investigation into what happened to her daughter. Detectives and investigators working on this case truly believe that her mom, Katie, knew exactly who took her, and they think she knows why they took her. She passed a polygraph test, but then took 3 more after that once police got more information. She failed every single one of them. She ends up pleading guilty in 1999 with charges with regards to hindering the investigation, and she was sentenced to 10 years in prison, but it was reduced down to 5 years. The condition was that she had to cooperate with police to get that reduction in her sentence, but she once again refused. So she went right back to prison for 3 more years. The FBI has looked at her case and said that the likely killer is someone close to her family, and that her mom knows exactly who did it. What kind of mother is that, right? I mean, it's just as bad as whoever did this to her. Someone somewhere out there has got to know the truth about who did this to Peggy, a 6-year-old innocent child. Perhaps that someone is you. If you have any information on the unsolved murder of Peggy Chappell, please call 205-254-7777.